And I have a 3-year-old that's downstairs and you can hear everything. So we'll just do our best. So welcome to our team Zoom. We're going to do Instagram training tonight, which I'm super excited to talk to you guys about. But before we get into that, I'll just do some recognition really quick. So congrats to our top producers. Jean, you are killing it. Jean had 700 PV.
I just had a place to hide.
Okay, we'll hide in your room.
No.
And congrats to everyone who's at Success Club. Kat and G and myself are at Success Club 10 already. Erin, Rabia, Angie, Sarah, and Marina are at Success Club 5. And a lot of people are almost there. Nicole, Jilly, Pam, Shannon, Rebecca, Carrie, Kristen, Pamela, Carolina, Tanae, Chelsea, Lisa, Josephina, Tatiana, Lisa, Samantha, Jennifer, Vicky, Nancy, Tanaya, Marcella. You guys, there is time. You have a week left to help a couple more people.
Are you talking, Mommy?
Can you go find Dr. Octopus?
He's taking out.
Okay, go find him. He's looking for you. So you guys, there are some people. You guys, you were so close. So make sure you're following up the Fortune Seriously in the follow-up. Make sure you're talking about all access. Because people, when they hear the value of all access, it's just crazy. And so they're like super excited about it. If you had people in our free clean eating challenge, you want to make sure you're following up with them. The fortune's in the follow-up. And so you've got to make sure you are following up with people that you've talked to. And then congrats to our team builders. Pamela added Ryan to the team. Welcome, Ryan. And Carrie added Kristen and M. To the team. Welcome, you guys. Val added Katie. Kat added Jasmine. Rabia added Miriam and Sarah. Welcome, ladies. And Nancy added Stephanie. So welcome and congrats, you guys. You're doing awesome. So again, announcements, follow up with everyone that was in our New Year's challenge. I have scripts that I've posted about that, basically just saying, hey, how did you like the challenge? How did you do? And I just asked them, do you want to keep up the momentum with us in our group, our long-term support group? So I'm kind of making sure they know that I'm here for them long-term and it's not just like a 7-day thing. And I've been talking about it the entire 7 days, like, are you coming with us to the next step? So you have to follow up with those people. And if they decide now is not a good time, always keep them on your follow-up list because they are interested in getting healthy, just now is not the right time, right? So we have our sneak peek starting today.
How am I going to do it?
I don't know. So invite to that sneak peek. This is for people who are interested in learning more about coaching. So if you're not talking about coaching on social media, you should be.
Mommy, I have it next to me.
Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so you got to make sure that you're talking about coaching and not just the fitness part of what we do on social media.
I just
Hold on. Okay, sorry guys, my husband's in the shower and it's kind of crazy over here. Okay, and also make sure that you register for the Team Cup. So the Team Cup is in February and this is a super fun way for you to build your business. So this is where you're going to be getting together in teams of 5 and you're going to be working hard to build your businesses in a team environment. There's all kinds of fun prizes and cool incentives for participating. So you want to make sure that you are on a cup team, okay? Okay. Let's talk. Okay, so I talked about that. And now my phone's in the other room. Ah! One of those days, you guys. Let me get it. Okay, so who here uses Instagram? Talk to me in the chat because I can only see one of you. Are you using Instagram currently to build your business? Yay or nay? And we do have an Instagram expert on. Jean is killing it on Instagram. But you guys, I love, love, love Instagram because it's such an easy way to connect with people. It's a free or very, very cheap way to build your business really fast. You can connect easily with your ideal client, and there now is a direct message option. So you guys, Instagram is huge. I actually prefer this to Facebook most of the time, and I find it much easier to connect with people on Instagram than Facebook. Okay, so getting started, I'm actually going to try and share my Instagram account, my Instagram screen with you guys instead of this. So let's iPhone. Not on Apple TV. What? Why is it looking for an Apple TV? That's weird. Oh, here we go. Okay. You guys can see my screen now, right? My phone screen. Let's close out of all of this. Okay, so if you're brand new to Instagram, you're obviously going to need to create an account, which is easy peasy. I'm not going to show you how to do that because you can Google it. Choose your handle. You can use your name if you want. I wanted to use something a little different, so mine is just Busy Fit Mom. And then decide on the content that you want to talk about. And so Instagram is a little bit different than Facebook. With Facebook, so just for example, I just posted a picture of me and TJ, him in like a Spider-Man costume. I did not post that picture on Instagram because Facebook is more like relationship, family oriented, and Instagram, I think of it a little bit more like Pinterest. So people are looking for a specific niche and a specific topic. And if you're kind of bouncing all over the place with everything, you're not going to build an account fast. So if you have like one thing that you're doing, your account will build super fast. I talk about two. So it doesn't build quite as fast, but I almost have 20,000 followers. So it's working and it's attracting the kind of people that I want to work with. And so the things that I post about, if you look at my account, I post about faith and fitness, and that's pretty much it. And so if you just kind of scroll through, it's kind of pretty, right? Like it looks like a Pinterest board. And so I do have a picture of me and TJ there, but that's just to talk about nutrition, fitness, and Whole30 and to invite to that. And so just kind of taking a look at what I'm posting, it's a lot of transformation pictures. And so if you'll look, it's pretty much like every 3 rows or so, you'll see me post a transformation picture. And so I'm sharing my story often. I'm sharing my results often. I'm sharing about the program that I'm doing often and the workout videos, other people's results. And I'm keeping it very, very focused on fitness and faith because those are the kind of people that I'm trying to attract, right? And let's talk about hashtags. So I'm actually going to show you kind of like my secrets on how I do this. Well, first of all, after I post a picture, so let's go to this view. After I post a picture, what I'm going to do, I didn't do it on this one, but I will. I go into the comment section. So I'll post a picture and I'll just kind of like do whatever caption that I want for that picture, right? Usually I try to put like a lesson or a story or something personal with it, with a call to action, something that's engaging. And then I'll go to this comment feature. And you'll see that I added a whole bunch of hashtags in the comments section. And so where did I find those? Did I type those out individually each and every time? No. I use Evernote. I'm obsessed with Evernote, you guys. And so I just use this app. Yeah, Daddy, if you could watch him, I'm on a call, please. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just go to Instagram tags, and I have a note in here with the popular Instagram tags that I'm using based on if it's like a fitness post. I kind of did some research on Instagram, and I was looking up hashtags, and the ones that I found, I have a whole different video on hashtags, and so I'm not going to go super deep into this. But the ones that are not overtaken by Beachbody coaches, they're not overtaken by Herbalife or any other network marketing company or anything like that. And the ones that are kind of out of the box related to people that I want to work with. Okay, so the ones that I have that I'm using, Proverbs 31 woman. So that's going to be someone who's interested in faith, right? Fair trade coffee is totally random, but I looked at who's using. Can you just take him? TJ, you need to be quiet. So fair trade coffee, that's something that I'm obviously interested. I'm interested in fair trade and stuff that, you know, like mission work, right? Travel mom, baby weight, lose the baby weight. So I have that if it's like a fitness related picture, and then if it's like a Bible related picture or something like that, then the ones that I'm using are specific again. So She Reads Truth, Proverbs 31 Woman, devotional, for His glory. And so I did that research on these hashtags, right? And so all I'll do is go here, select, copy. So I'll copy it. I'll actually do this for this one. Copy, go back to my Instagram. So I didn't do it with this picture. And I'll just paste. So I never put the hashtags in the actual, the content of the picture, unless it like is like a very specific one hashtag that would go with the content for that picture, right? Because I see a lot of people that post Instagram automatically up to Facebook, and they're using hashtags like Beachbody Coach, Shakeology, 21 Day Fix. You'll never catch me using those hashtags because I'm trying to attract people who are not already coaches, and the people who are using those hashtags are already coaches. And so the people who I want, they're into their faith and they need help with their fitness and they like missions. And so you got to think about who you are, especially who you were before Beachbody. And so I have a whole nother video on attracting your niche market, but that's so much what you're able to do with Instagram. And you're able to build very, very niche specific. And so the people that follow me, obviously they're into their faith and they want to learn how to get fit. And if I post something that is outside of those two things, I'll probably lose followers, because that's kind of how Instagram is. They want the content that is specific to that niche. And if I'm posting, you know, just a whole bunch of random selfies and stuff, it's not really relatable to that, and people will unfollow. That's just kind of how Instagram works, right? Okay, so I showed you hashtag examples, and let's talk about the apps that I use. Okay, so I have a whole nother one for apps. Layout is just for Instagram. So with this one, so if I wanted to do these pictures, right, I'll just take these two, I can put them together. And so you could mirror one. So I do this a lot with like fitness posts, if it's like a selfie in a mirror. So I'll do like one picture and then another one, and I'll like flip it around, and then you can save it. And then pick, play, post. This is good for movie editing, if you want to do little videos. So I'll just show you an example on my Instagram. This one right here, I just used iMovie to edit it and kind of speed it up and pick out the clip that I wanted. This one, I used pick, play, post. And with pick, play, post, you can put multiple videos and pictures and videos together. And that's how I did this one. So I used iMovie first to edit that little clip, and then I used pick, play, post to put this picture underneath. Snapseed, you guys. Strawberry juice? It's behind all the water. I hid it because he spilled it. So it's behind the water down in that cabinet. Snapseed is my favorite photo editing, because look what I was able to do. The picture started like this. I edited it a little bit and it ended up like this. And so if you look at my Instagram, all of my pictures, they're bright and they're eye-catching. If I posted a picture like this, it's kind of dark. You want to make your pictures stop. I don't know. So they'll stop in their scroll, because people are on Instagram and they're scrolling. You want to catch their eye so they stop. And they're not going to look at a picture that's, you know, it's not a good quality picture and it's dark and it's poorly lit, right? So I'll just show you really quickly how I would use this. So I'll open from device. So So let's just do my random Shakeology selfie. So I'll just go to edit, tune image, brightness. So you can play around with the brightness and the contrast however you want it. If you want it more saturated than others, that's just a terrible picture. My God. Ambiance, highlights. So I'll highlight it a little bit. If I want to do shadows, warmth, and then you can see just the difference, right? How much different that would look. So that's another one that I love. And then word swag. This is how I do all my text on images, text on photo ones. So if you look at my Instagram, every third picture is text on a photo. I use word swag to do that. So it's kind of like branding, right? You want to create your own personal brand, and that's how I'm easily doing this. And so I like the white background, just keeping it super clean. And then I'll come up with whatever I want to talk about, right? Usually it's like a Bible verse or an empowering quote or something. They actually have some in here too. So let's just do this one, save and close, and then you can play around with the color. I always do pink and then play around with the style. And so you can kind of click and you have like a bazillion different options on each one, which is really cool, right? So this is how you can make it just look super professional and awesome. And then you would save it. And then you can create your own watermark. So I use A+ Signature. They have a light version that's free and then a paid version. You don't need the paid version, I don't think. And then I would just open up the picture here. And you can save a watermark. So I already have one saved. I added the watermark, saved a photo album. Boom, that's it. Then I just need to upload to Instagram. So that is another one of the apps that I love. The other ones I honestly don't use that much besides iMovie. That's kind of it. You can use Photofy if you want to add like text on pictures and stuff like that, or a beautiful mess. But I use Snapseed, WordSwag, and Play Post Layout. I use those the most for sure. So like I said, photo quality really, really matters on Instagram. And so if it's not a good quality photo, don't post it. Make sure you have good lighting. Jean Reed, I should have you talk about this because she's like a photographer and she does food photography stuff. Her Instagram account is huge and that's how she built it. It's all really good quality pictures. So you want to, all I did was like just kind of YouTube, like how to take quality pictures. You don't have to be like a rocket scientist if you're like I would look up, someone had a video, I think, I forget, one of the top 10 coaches on like how to take a good selfie. And so I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to do that. I'll watch this video on how to take a good selfie. Yes, I would love that, Jean. That would be awesome. So quality over quantity for sure. You don't need to post on Instagram as much as you do on Facebook. As long as you're using the right hashtags and it's quality stuff, then people will stick around and they'll be interested in what you're doing. And so I post 3 to 5 times a day, usually around 3. So when I go in, obviously I'm going to post. I'm going to respond to messages, and I actually send messages to people on Instagram. And so I'll go to this view and I'll see if anyone who's liking or commenting on this. I'm going to go, so there's Marcella, people that are on our team, that's kind of cool. But I would go to their account and be like, is this someone that I would want to work with? Maybe. And if you go up to this top part, you see it has options to send them a message. And so I could just go to this message feature and send them something. And I'll show you guys what I actually send. I need to respond to people. So this is all I send. And this isn't all the scripts that I use. I send, hey, I'm starting my next support group in a week and I have a few more spots left. I'm excited to help people start the new year off right. It's going to be a ton of fun. Do you want me to send you some info about it? That's all I send. So I do that to anyone who's liking or commenting on my pictures. And not everyone's going to respond because not everyone knows that there's this feature on Instagram, right? But a lot of people will say yes. And so my goal, if I'm like in the car and I'm not doing anything, like someone else is driving, I was able to send out 100 messages on Instagram. Like this is so easy to do really quickly. And so again, if I just go to my account and okay, she might, let's see. I always kind of scan to see if they're a coach. See, I already messaged her. Or if they're in like another MLM or anything like that. But then all I would do is just message. So don't overthink it or anything. I literally just scan their account. I did someone to someone on our team once, and I was like, "Oops, I do this too fast." But I do go through this pretty fast because you want to make sure you're inviting enough people to your challenge groups, right? So that is inviting, and then obviously I use all the scripts that I already post when I get them to email. Okay. Something else you can also do is do kind of like a thank you for following me message to people. So if you have a new follower, it'll pop up in your heart section. You'll see if you have a new follower. And so what I could do is scroll their account. She doesn't have anything yet. Do I have some? That's kind of weird. But like obviously I could send them a message, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I could tell them like my name's Rachel. I love to post about fitness and faith, and then just ask a question to kind of start a conversation going. And so with Instagram, you can start a conversation here and then get them to friend you on Facebook or move them over to email. But you could easily message everyone who follows you here. It's so easy to get new contacts, you guys. You can invite them to a free fitness group or a free challenge group or anything like that. So another thing that I do is I'll go to everyone who's liked the post that I don't follow yet. I'd go to their profile. So let's see who's commenting on it. So this is just a super easy way to build a relationship, right? I'll go and I'll like a couple of her pictures. Hey, great job, girl. She did a workout, right? So I'm going to say awesome job. And see, this is like totally my ideal client, right? She's posting Lisa TerKeurst like Proverbs 31 ministry stuff. And so what I could easily do is go and send her a message. Hey, I love your account. Tell me more about you and your fitness goals. And so I would just make a goal to connect with 5 to 10 people every day. Like I said with Instagram, you're not going to get as many people responding to you as you would on Facebook. So for me, I send 20 messages a day to people on Instagram just because you're not getting as many people that are actually responding, but you do get quality people. Okay, and I wanted to show you guys one more thing. Which is Instagress. So this is something that you do pay for. So you could create, build your account for free by searching hashtags that you're interested in. So an example for me would be Proverbs 31 women. And I could search that hashtag. I'll show you after I do this first. But with Instagress.com, it's pretty cheap to do it. They have specials and promos and stuff, but you could try it out for like 3 days and see if you like it. But I'll show you my account really quick that I've done this with. And this is how I've built like targeted people. And so it's basically doing a lot of the work for you. And so it's liking people that I select the hashtags, and it's either following them or you can set it up to unfollow too. And so I'm selecting the hashtags that people that I want to connect with, right? And so I did a bunch. You don't have to do this many. You could pick out like 5. And I do all ones that don't relate at all to Beachbody. And so Proverbs 31 woman again, total money makeover. So people who are interested in getting out of debt and finance, a lot of mom stuff. So 3-year-old, 3-nager, preschool life, chocolate girl, chocolate heaven. Tone it up is also kind of like a a fitness community. There's these two girls, the Tone It Up girls. And so there's a ton of hashtags related to Tone It Up. And so these are people who obviously wanted to get fit. So I'm using that hashtag and it's liking everyone that's using that. Whole30, another, non-Beachbody related, but these are people who are interested in getting healthier through their nutrition. So I'm using some of these hashtags. I'm setting the location. And then my favorite thing about this is it has a blacklist feature. And so I'm selecting people who use certain hashtags, but I'm blacklisting people who use Beachbody, Herbalife shakes. It works. And so I'm getting quality people who are not in any other network marketing company. They're not already coaches. And so before I did this, I was getting so many It Works people and Beachbody people and stuff. And it's kind of annoying when you have to go through and scroll through all of those people. But with that blacklist feature, it makes it easy peasy. So let me share my phone again just to show you guys. Okay, so this search feature on Instagram. So this is where you can search for people or hashtags. And so example, I'll search the First 5 app. You can see my picture popped up. That's one that I used. But this one is mine too. If someone is searching the First 5 app, they're going to see a ton of my pictures. And so this relates to hashtag research, right? And so when you're using hashtags for your pictures, you don't want to use one like love that's been used millions of times. You want to use, if you look here, First 5 app has only been used 12,000 times. And so if someone is searching that, I'm gonna pop up pretty easily and they're not gonna have a hard time finding me. But if we were to search love 996 million times, right? And you would just scroll and it constantly is updating. So you're going to get lost in there. So you want to make it very niche specific with those hashtags. But just to go back here, I'll search Proverbs 31 woman and see what kind of stuff that I find. So if there's someone here, that's a super cute picture. I would just go to a picture, something that catches my eye, and check out their profile and see if it's someone that I think I would want to connect with. She's not really she's a rapper. I mean, maybe. She's into coffee and in faith. So it could be like a maybe thing. So I would just go and I would like some of her pictures. I would comment on a few. Yes. See, something that totally I can relate to, right? And after I would scroll through her profile, I would send her a message just being like, hey, and I would follow her too. So I'm following her. She's passion, not paper. So I could just send her a message. Hey, I just started following you. I love your account. And then if, let's say she posted something about going on vacation or something like that, I could say, how was your vacation? I saw that you went to Bora Bora or something like that. So that's pretty much what Instagress does for you automatically, except for the direct message feature. And so with Instagress, it's automatically finding people with that hashtag, following them, and liking a couple of their pictures. So if you don't want to spend, it's cheap, you guys. Instagress is really cheap. But if you want to do it manually, you can by just searching hashtags, liking, and that kind of thing. That's kind of everything that I wanted to talk to you about. Do you guys have any questions? Did that make sense? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I am recently new to Instagram, so I finally just launched my business and I'm really excited. And so I am using Facebook, so I have my business page, and I don't have a whole lot of followers yet, obviously, because not all of my friends and family want to follow my journey, and that's okay, and I'm trying not to get discouraged by it. But I started Instagram as well. So I am I guess I'm using it wrong. So I am kind of bouncing back and forth with what I'm posting on Instagram, I'm kind of transferring it to Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you would obviously recommend not to just for Instagram focus on.
So everything that I post on Instagram, I do post it on Facebook, but not everything that I post on Facebook,
okay,
on Instagram.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's kind of the difference. Instagram, I'm more selective with the quality, and it has to, for me, it has to be related very specifically to my niche.
Okay. So really finding like people, getting people to follow you. I mean, obviously this stuff and, you know, sending messages and so forth, but I guess grabbing people toward your page and making people interested in your page.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is it's providing value. And so, you know, through personal development, if I'm learning something, I'm going to share it. And so a lot of the things that I'm posting, it's what I'm learning through personal development. And so, everything, it's either me doing my personal development. So the picture that I posted this morning was me drinking coffee, reading the 1 Year Bible. And I just posted that. And that one, without even hashtags or anything, got a ton of comments and over 100 people liked it.
Right.
And so the biggest thing is, a good book for you is Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
That's a really good book. He talks about just kind of jabbing. And so you're constantly providing value, providing content. And so if you look at mine, I'm not saying do what I do, but I'm just like providing the example. I'm posting, you know, my fitness journey. So I'm sharing the food that I'm eating. I'm sharing my progress. I'm sharing workout videos. So that's very fitness specific. You do not have to do fitness at all. So if you look at Jean, hers is like all food. Because that's what she's really freaking good at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so think about what you're interested in, think about what you're good at, and then how you're going to attract people. So Christine Dwyer is a good example. Do you know who Christine Dwyer is?
Yes.
Okay. So if you go to her Instagram, she only does workout videos. Same thing with Melissa McAllister. Melissa McAllister is one of the top coaches, right? And she built her account to over 200,000 people doing just workout videos.
Okay. Okay.
So the more specific, like obviously they kept it super duper duper specific. The more specific you can make it, the faster your account's going to grow.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. But again, you do want quality people. And so you want to make sure that every follower that you have, you're reaching out to them. So you don't need a ton of followers to build a big business. You just need ones that you're engaging with. And so if people are liking and commenting on your stuff, you better be responding back to them and sending them a message. Hey, thanks so much for commenting on my post. I'd love to talk to you more about it. Are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect with you there, and keep building the relationship somehow by asking them questions and being interested in them.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Hey, Rachel, on Instagram, I saw that you have unfollow and not doing the follow. What's the unfollow? I mean, I understand what that means, but why do you choose to do that?
Okay, so with Instagram, it actually gives you a cap on how many people you can follow. So you can only follow 7,500 people at a time. So if you see, no, you can't see. I reached the cap today at 7,500. And so I just toggle back between follow and unfollow. So now it's going to unfollow until I get all the way back down to 0. And then I might play around with the hashtags and change it up. And then I'll set the follow feature back on.
Okay, I get it. Because I was like, why don't you have follow? But that makes sense. I didn't know there was a cap on Instagram.
There is, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep. let me show you one more thing. Okay, so let's look at my bio. And so you want to make sure with your bio that it's saying very specifically what it is that they can expect from your page. And so I do post my Snapchat on there because I like people to follow me on Snapchat. If you don't even worry about Snapchat if you're just learning Instagram. And so it's really important that you try not to be everywhere until you figure out one. So if you just started as a new coach and you're on Facebook already, do Facebook, get good at that. So that's what I did. I got good at Facebook like pages. And then once I figured that out, I moved on to Instagram. Then I got good at Instagram. Then I moved on to a blog. Then I got good at blogging. Then I got Snapchat. But I did not try to do everything at once because then your head's going to spin and you're going to get overwhelmed. So do one, dive deep, get good at it, then you can do another. But then I put that I lost 80 pounds. And so you don't have to have like a big weight loss story, but you could put like health and fitness expert. I would not put coach. You could put health and fitness enthusiast or any other way, but people on Instagram, coaches have kind of made a bad name for ourselves. So I don't necessarily say I'm like Beachbody or anything like that in my bio. And then I post adventures in France because we're traveling, that kind of thing. And faith and Africa. And then I put my email there and take advantage of that link feature. So maybe you created a form on like Wufoo or Google Docs or something for an application to join your challenge group. You could do that for free easily. And you could put that form, right there, and you could put apply to join my support group or whatever you want to call it. And then you could do call to action at, after a couple of your posts, apply to join my next support group, check out the link in my bio. You could also put the link to your Facebook. So add me as a friend on Facebook to join our private accountability group. So kind of make sure you're taking advantage of that feature. Okay. Any other questions? Negative? Okay. Cool. Well, I'll try and post the recording maybe tonight, definitely by tomorrow. But thank you guys for jumping on. Make sure you hop into the sneak peek group and participate in everything in there. Follow up with everyone from the clean eating group. And let's make it an awesome week, you guys.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a good day.
Bye.